Thanks for joining us at 12:30. We are continuing to follow breaking news. We brought to you at the top of the hour. Kristi Noem is out as Homeland Security Secretary. The president made the announcement on social media. President Trump says he now plans to nominate Oklahoma Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin as her replacement. This marks the first cabinet secretary to leave during Trump's second term. President Trump does intend to move Noem into a new role. He is going to make her a, quote, special envoy for the Shield of Americas. It's a new security initiative focusing on the Western Hemisphere. This decision comes just days after she was grilled on Capitol Hill about her management of the department and her handling of President Trump's immigration enforcement agenda. May look real nice outside right now, but Denver is under extreme drought for the first time since early 2022. Extreme drought is the second highest level on the drought scale. Joining me to talk about it is our Keely Chalmers with the 9 News Weather Impact Team. Hi, Keely.
Yeah, we do have extreme drought. We have dry conditions in some areas today, and the fire danger is extreme in some areas as well. We have a red flag warning to talk about. It's crazy to talk about that as we've been talking about the snowstorm moving in for the last several days. But yes, today still dealing with dry, low humidity, and high winds down across the southeast quadrant of the state. Taking a look out over Kim, you can see clouds. That's about it. We are dry. We've got a mix of sun and clouds across the metro area as well. And your 3-day forecast, again, mild and breezy. That's why we're seeing an elevated fire risk in some areas today. 68 degrees here in the metro area. Big changes tomorrow. We got a cold front moving through, dropping those temperatures. We got a storm system moving and bringing us snow, heavy snow to the mountains, and even a few inches here at the lower elevations. 39 degrees. That is our forecast high for tomorrow. And 53 by Saturday. Lots of sunshine, and the melt is on for the weekend. Current temperatures already in the mid-60s across the metro area and out across the plains. Trinidad checking in at 70 degrees already. We are tracking. There is that moisture moving in the form of snow, a little bit of a wintry mix right now across the western slope. That will move to the west through the mountains, bringing us snow tonight and down across the plains in areas for tomorrow. Increasing clouds. We're staying dry through today here in the metro area. Mild and breezy, 68 degrees. That's our forecast high. So the storm approaching, no question, topping our weather headlines. We're tracking that, have been for a while. Warm and windy. We'll break down that as well as how much snow we can expect and where for tomorrow. Coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit. Oh, actually, we're going to take it over to Matt Renew. Living here, you know it's important to have a plan to quickly evacuate in the case of a wildfire. We've been talking about that. Here's Matt Renew to help.
At Summit Fire EMS in Summit County, even when there's snow and fire danger's low, after the warmest, driest winter on record, firefighters are already thinking about wildfires.
We in the fire service are constantly thinking about what if.
And asking everyone else to do the same.
It puts them in so much of a better situation than an outright panic.
By packing and planning to-go bags that people can keep in their cars filled with non-valuable things.
I wear contact lenses, toothpaste and toothbrush. First aid kit is always a great thing. Change of clothes.
That fit their specific needs.
Pallet of Gatorade in there.
Just in case they can't get back to their house, all while putting lists together on those things around your home, like important documents, photo albums.
Young couple I saw, they were hauling their 60-inch screen TV out to their vehicle. And I actually encountered them a week later, and we were talking about that, and they're like, we were so silly. We grabbed that. We didn't remember to grab the photo albums.
Medication and pet supplies so you can get to them quickly in an emergency.
So you have a wildfire evacuation kit in your vehicle. And then the second thing is, yes, I do have a list that I keep taped to the inside of my front door that says, if I have a half hour, these are the 6 things I'm going to grab and throw into my car. If I have an hour, I'm going to add these other things to it.
A former doctor from Colorado is accused of shooting at and hurting law enforcement in Florida. He's now in custody. There was a warrant out for 72-year-old Thomas Steffens for sexual assault in Grand Junction. Police in Grand Junction say they found a gun and dozens of prescription bottles of various types. But then this week, U.S. Marshals learned that Steffens had traveled to Florida. They found him, but when they tried to pull him over, they say he wouldn't listen to commands and he shot at agents. One of the agents was shot in the leg and is okay. When they shot back, Steffens was hit, but he's expected to recover. Steffens now faces attempted murder charges in addition to potential sexual assault charges here in Colorado. State records show that Steffens still has an active medical license in the state, but the state reached a mutual agreement that he would stop practicing medicine. Colorado senators will be hearing a bill to improve response and training for missing college students. It passed a Senate committee yesterday. When a student is reported missing, this bill would require colleges to spend at least 6 hours looking for the person, then report it to the authorities. This comes more than a year after CU student Megan Trussell vanished from her dorm room and was found dead in Boulder Canyon 6 days later. A Denver vape shop owner claims the recent ban on flavored vapes has really hit her business hard. The owner says her store, Rusty's Vape and Smoke Shop, has lost approximately 60% of its business, and she's had to lay off workers. The city council okayed the ban in December 2024, but a group of vape shop owners collected signatures to get it before voters. However, last November, voters confirmed the ban should go into effect. Several vape shop owners are now suing the city and county of Denver over the ban, claiming it's unconstitutional, unfair, and selectively enforced. The layoffs because of artificial intelligence have already started with several big companies, and college students looking for their postgraduate jobs can feel it. Reporter Claudette Printe got some firsthand perspective from one of those students.
Pipeline for getting full-time jobs now is through internships.
For college seniors like Omari Emanuel, the path from the classroom to a career isn't as clear as it used to be.
It's a very competitive cycle. And having to hear my friend, who was also just a recently finished freshman, having to recruit for junior year summer internship, that was when I sort of had an epiphany of having to take the process very serious.
Emanuel is not alone. New data from Cengage Group shows only 30% of college graduates landed a full-time job in their field last year, with AI automating tasks that used to be entry-level. Staff at Queen's University's Center for Career Development say they're now helping students navigate fewer jobs and higher employer expectations.
I remember having to book so many appointments to be able to meet with a career coach to streamline my processes in college.
In this day and age, it's not enough just to write a good resume and cover letter. What we're constantly doing is educating ourselves on trends in applications, in what employers are looking for.
For Emanuel, that meant he had to do more to stand out, like leaning on internships to help bridge the gap AI is creating.
I wish I could have genuinely done 4 internships, but obviously that's not possible. I think it's very, very important to start early as a college student in the recruiting process to be able to get full-time, because I think that opened my eyes into really what career I would like to do and what I'm interested in.